Kia ora koutou, thank you for having me here today. Even remotely, I'm very much with you in spirit and in purpose. I want to start by acknowledging what has been at the top of everyone's minds for almost a year. The illegal invasion of Ukraine by Russia has been the foremost issue for Europe and for much of the global community. Even though we are thousands of kilometres away, Aotearoa New Zealand stands with Ukraine. We will continue to work with our close partners, including the EU, to support Ukraine and to hold Russia accountable. Alongside the many tragedies of the invasion, the threat of climate change still remains, and we must continue to rally together to mitigate its impacts. Here in Aotearoa New Zealand, addressing climate change is a priority. This year we launched the first emissions reduction plan, detailing the actions across all sectors which we will take to reduce emissions domestically. In this respect, it would be remiss of me not to highlight the recently concluded EU-New Zealand Free Trade Agreement. This FTA is a reflection of our shared view that trade should build prosperity for all, support efforts on climate change, and strongly promote sustainable development, including gender equality. That's why we're so pleased to work with our close partner, the EU, to ensure this FTA had high ambition outcomes in these areas to help deliver on a trade for all agenda. This FTA demonstrates to the wider global community our commitment to addressing climate change in all areas, including trade, as well as our ongoing efforts to strengthen the international rules-based system. It's now been 7 years since the Paris Agreement was adopted, and it's crucial we continue the momentum we have built. We must all take steps to green global finance to reach our climate goals. Redirecting investments to align with the Paris Agreement is one way we can raise finance in order to transition our economies towards a low emissions future. Aotearoa New Zealand continues to support sustainable finance in this way. In 2019, our government established New Zealand Green Investment Finance, a green bank, to facilitate investment in climate objectives. Through this, we've invested in companies, projects and technologies that accelerate emissions reductions. Over the past few years, this green bank has committed more than $100 million and attracted another $150 million of co-investment to accelerate projects that will support a low-carbon future. We also furthered our commitment to climate change mitigation and environmental protection by launching a sovereign green bond program just last month. Money raised from the bonds will be used to support projects that help reach our pledge to reduce net greenhouse gas emissions by 50% by 2030 and reach our net zero carbon target by 2050. There's growing awareness that climate action opens up a wealth of economic opportunity. But to realise these opportunities, we need to shift our mindset about how we invest, and we need to continue our investment into the critical task of decarbonising our economies, because it will take all of us working together. That's why we're taking a collaborative approach with industry, academia, the scientific community, and Indigenous Māori communities. We're also conscious of the need to support sustainability and development. It's why last year we announced a $1.3 billion investment in supporting countries susceptible to the impacts of climate change. Recognising New Zealand's place in the world, we committed at least half of that to the Pacific, which has already seen the consequences of rising sea levels and extreme weather events. I hope this summit offers many more ideas, builds relationships and insights to help us build a healthy, sustainable society for all of us. Climate change is the crucial challenge that we must all rise to meet to realise a promising future that our societies and those across the globe want and deserve. Kia kaha, ngā mihi mahana kia koutou.